Hello, happy people. So I am going to review this, my favorite tobacco. It's the Solani Silver Flake, and it is ripe red Virginia and spicy dark-fired Kentucky, which is Kentucky burley. When they say that, that's what they mean. They call this blend 660, and it is a little more expensive than your other blends, but well worth it. This is $35 for a 100-gram container. It does not come sealed. It comes in a little cellophane bag. I've reviewed this before on a different video, but I want to just, show you. It comes in a full piece of ribbon. I've been smoking this, obviously, but, it would look like this. And you just kind of peel off what you want. It is dry. A lot drier than other tobaccos come, which I love. That is fantastic for me. If you do not like Virginias or Kentucky burley or that combination, do not get this. This is quintessential. If you love Virginias and burleys mixed together, this is the blend. But if you don't like that, I would highly recommend that you do not purchase this. You will hate it. So I'm going to go ahead and pack my bowl here, and I really, honestly, my method for packing flake is to break off what I want, kind of fold it up. I don't do a lot of prep. I let the little pieces fall into this tin, because towards the end of it, then you just have a little broken off, pieces, and it makes for a nice smoke. And I just pack my bowl, and that's it. I'm gonna pack this bowl full today, but sometimes I do about a half a bowl, because again, this stuff goes for a long time. So just kind of, because it is dry. Now I've opened this up, so I don't have the cellophane, but it is a dry tobacco. Doesn't tend to bite anymore. Let me preface that by saying that it did. When I first got this, I could smoke a bowl a day, maybe. It was pretty strong stuff, but I've gotten used to it now, and it does not have a bite. That's the best way I can describe that. This starts out very much Virginia forward, and it's got the red Virginias in it, so it's kind of a fruity citrus to it, and absolutely wonderful, just perfect, in my opinion. My other blend that I like to smoke is the old darkfired, which I haven't really smoked this since I discovered the Solani, but this is also a Virginia and burley, Kentucky burley blend. I believe the Solani is a better quality of everything. Doesn't require too many relights. Just once you get it going, then you're good to go. This is maintains its Virginia throughout the smoke, and the burley kind of develops about midway through, and really just kind of kicks in and gives you just that wonderful balance to it. Again, it's got a smoky quality to it, and the Virginias really stand out. Quality Virginias, for sure. You want to be careful with this. It can get pretty hot. when you're smoking it. And I rarely have a moisture problem. But when you do have a moisture problem, you know, when it's going to be bad, you're going to want to, you know, have a pipe cleaner on hand to get in there and get it, because it's kind of an all or nothing tobacco. It's either going to give you a straight through smoke of wonderful flavor, or you're going to get some moisture in there. But once you get rid of it, you're okay. And just slow down on your puffing and let it do its thing. Obviously, it's going to depend upon your pipe as well. I also have this pipe that I smoke it out of. This is my my Graco St. Cloud, and this does gurgle quite a bit with this tobacco, whereas my Peterson, which is the Royal Irish, does not have any moisture problems at all. And it could be said that this is a much more expensive pipe, and that's, you know, that other pipe is what, $80. So that may have something to do with it. You know, quality. I'm not saying the price made it a better pipe, just that this Peterson is a much better quality. It also could have to do with the shape. There's so many factors that go into it. I do find this is a much more satisfying smoke. Whereas I find my, you know, when I smoke the old darkfired, believe it or not, this pipe is a much more satisfying smoke with the old darkfired. So, and then of course I have a Meerschaum here that is just fantastic. And I'm working on this pipe, you know. I tend to smoke the old darkfired out of this more than I do the Solani. And predominantly, my reasoning behind that is that the Solani really develops a very potent pepper, like table pepper quality to it in the Meerschaum. It gets a bit too strong. The flavors are good if you pack the bowl just, you know, light and you get it going, but if you pack the bowl full, it just gets to be too overpowering. It starts off tasting wonderful though, so that's, I like to do a little bit of it in that pipe, is it really just lets this tobacco shine. But then after that, after a little bit is can be too much. So that's my take on the Solani. I love this stuff. This is my daily tobacco. I really haven't smoked anything else. The only other tobacco that I like really lately is, like I said, is the Plum Cake from McBaron. And their particular Plum Cake is just really, really a nice smoke. The issue with this is you've got to dedicate a pipe to it. And I say that because this builds up flavor in your pipe, and I tend to smoke this out of my Big bin. It's a filter pipe. It really just accentuates the flavor of that tobacco. Great little pipe. I love it, but hard to find. They're not expensive. I don't buy offline though, because I like to see it, touch it, feel it, look at it before I buy it. I can't go in and buy a pipe offline. Yeah, the burleys are starting to come in as you tamp it down, and nice, you know, nutty, peppery, citrusy. It's hard for me to describe these flavors in terms of, you know, other than it's burley in Virginia. And like I said, if you don't like Virginias and you don't like burleys blended together, don't buy this. You'll just be mad at yourself. A waste of money. I see online people review this tobacco and they either give it 5 stars. I give it 5 stars because that's my favorite type of blend. And other people will talk about how much they hate Virginias and burleys, and it's like, well, why did you buy a blend that only has Virginias and burleys in it and then go to review it? when you said you hate both those tobaccos, or those tobaccos combined together. It makes no sense to me whatsoever. But people are people. As far as I've had the Irish Flake, which again is equal proportions of flue cured and dark fired. You know, tobaccos. This was okay. Wasn't great. And this will kick your butt right here. This has got a lot of Kentucky in it, but oh, it's so good. It's got that vanilla-y, nutty flavor to it, and it's just so good. But again, it's very strong. What I find best to do with this actually is to take about a half, well, depending upon your bowl size, take about a half of the McBarons, all come sliced like this. So I rip it in half and pack the bottom of the bowl with this, and then put the Old Dark Fired on top, because they're both the same tobaccos blended, just a little bit differently. And so as you get to the bottom of the bowl, your Old Dark Fired, the burleys really come in on that Old Dark Fired, and then it hits that bold Kentucky. Oh my goodness, it's just, and you're at the end of the bowl, and it just finishes off so well, because the heat going over the bold Kentucky, it just kind of, it's been sitting in the bottom of that bowl waiting to be smoked, and it's a fantastic finish. But to smoke a full bowl of it is a bit much, but it finishes a bowl. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't even dare put it in with this Solani, because I don't want to ruin the Solani. It's that good. The day I won't be able to get this tobacco, if it goes away, I hope it never does. Because the day that it does, it'll be a sad, sad day. Oh, made a mess. So that's my take on tobaccos and what I'm smoking lately, and this is worth every penny. They could double the price and I'd still buy it. It is so good. When you first get it, just like I said, it'll bite you if you're not careful. Ugh. All right. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. If it's helpful, thumbs down it if you didn't. Please subscribe if you like my videos. Thank you.